Hi, my name's Ashley, and in 2018 I went for a walk. A 2,500 mile walk across Eastern Europe, from the wild woodlands of Hungary to the warm waters of the Mediterranean. This is my adventure. At last, Cyprus, the final leg of the walk. Starting in the city of Paphos, I would walk north into the untouched coastline of the Akamas Peninsula, then across the pine-forested Troodos Mountains, the final mountain range of the walk, out of the mountains and across arid countryside to reach Larnaca, where I'd follow the coast to the party town of Ayia Napa, and then beyond to the finish line at Cape Greco. The quick, cheap and bumpy flight brought me across the Mediterranean Sea from Crete. After 218 days of life on the trail, I was at the beginning of the end. And I was looking forward to this section because, it's the last 300 miles, which was nice. But also looking at the map, like the majority of it was on tracks and stuff, so I thought it might be easy. But yesterday I went into the tourist information office in Paphos, where I was told online you could get a free booklet and map on the trail. So I went in and asked about that, and they said, the E4 doesn't exist anymore on Cyprus. Apparently it's no access, and the route, the E4, is marked on OpenStreetMap. So I'm just going to use that again and see how far I can get before I run into brick walls or someone sets the dogs on me. That's just, why? I could have gone home from Crete. Hey, there's an E4 sign.
Where would we be
thought, as this is the final country and the final video, I thought it was about time I gave a little tour of the tent. So this is pretty much the same setup I've had all the way across since Spain, with a few differences. So first of all, hang on, it's a bit dark, isn't it? So first of all, this is the bed. That's the thermarest. This is inside the pillowcase I just took from home. It's just my clothes bag. It's like a little black rucksack I use on day when I'm in town and stuff, and that's got all my clothes in, and I just use that as a pillow. I did used to use this, my insulated jacket, and its stuff sack. That's what I use as my pillow from Spain to Austria. But then my friend Ian, who I hiked with in Switzerland, recommended that method, and that's like much better. So yeah, up at the top end I've got my backpack, which is empty now, and I've just got easy access to stuff in that pocket there, and then I just throw a couple of bits like me buff down the side there. Sunglasses go in there at night, out of the way. Yeah, let's see what I've got here. Down the bottom where I don't need them, that's the stuff sack for me sleeping bag. They're just trainers that I use in camp and mainly on my days off. I've got the stove, which there's no gas for because I couldn't find any in Paphos. There's the insulated jacket. Fleece, might need that soon. This is just a carrier bag that I keep in the top of my rucksack, and it's got, you know, food and like biscuits and stuff that I might want to get to in the day. Yeah, a bit big at the minute. That's my wash bag. It's got my toothpaste in that I'll need in a bit. That's my food bag. Yeah, and the bottles of water outside. Far from any town, the Akamas Peninsula feels a lot like untouched Cyprus. That over there is the Troodos Mountains, which are the next place I'm going. Man, I hate talking to the camera. That's the Troodos Mountains, the next place I'm going. Should be there maybe tomorrow, I think. shoe is falling apart at the toe cap, so I've got a bit of super glue, and I'm going to try and just give it a running repair. It's actually the second time I've glued it. I glued it just to the left of where it's come away now, and I did the same with the other one. These are the third pair of North Face fast pack shoes I've used on this trek. The other two I didn't have any problems with, and actually bought them in like a proper shop. But these ones I bought online off eBay for a bit cheaper. It's also not the only gear that's fallen apart on me. My backpack's got a few holes in it now. What else? Yeah, my shirts have all got holes in. My sleeping bag, to stitch that up when I was in Budapest, and the sleeping mat as well has got a big hole in the bottom which I've had to patch up. So yeah, there's probably lots of little things. But I think I've only got like 2 weeks left, so I'm just hoping that nothing serious breaks. These are mouflons, and like a sheep, I think, that's native to Cyprus. I think it's unique to Cyprus actually. Morning. Today is I'm not sure if big day is the right word or important day. I don't know what to call it, but it's a day, and it's a day where I think leaving the Troodos Mountains, which have been my last mountain range of the walk, and I was getting nearer and nearer to the end, which I've spent weeks now looking forward to. So now I've got like a potential start date for work, and you think you're getting closer and closer to the end. You go back, you see family, friends and family, and it'll be great. And then like a week after that, I'll be back working night shift in a supermarket. This life, and I do love this life. You get up at sunrise, pack your gear away, spend the day, walking in beautiful countryside, and then find a place for your tent, sit, read for a bit, and then go to sleep. It's a nice life. Yesterday I walked through a firing range and I saw like a million tanks rolling down the road, and I ended up walking for 21 miles because the tracks where I hoped to camp were in this firing range, so I didn't want to camp there. So yeah, I just kept walking, and it was like way after dark when I kind of found this place, which is just like, I think it might be the slag heap for a quarry or something, and they've kind of like planted trees on it or something maybe. Luckily my tent went up alright, I didn't have any difficulties. There's a lot of glass on the ground, but oh yeah, and I should add that I was following the route on OpenStreetMap, but this section isn't mapped on OpenStreetMap, so that was giving me problems. I think it actually follows the road route which I followed down to Clavdia and then back out again. Yeah, and I worked out that my estimate, I think I thought I'd be on the road for another week. That's wrong. I'll be on the road for another two nights, and then on my third day I should reach Cape Greco. So yeah, it's Saturday today, and I should finish on Monday. So yeah, this is it. The appearance of expensive-looking villas meant I was on the outskirts of the final town of the walk. With its gaudy theme bars, Ayia Napa was a surreal endpoint to a walk that had taken me through vast metropolises, mighty mountain ranges, and centuries-old villages. It felt a far cry from the wild Akamas and the villages of the Troodos. Well, that's Cape Greco, but I don't think I can get onto that kind of rocky headland because there's some sort of military thing up there. So I think the end point is just to the left of it, which is that kind of like flat, grassy thing, I suppose it is, maybe. Thought after walking for like more than 5,000 miles in the last couple of years I would be able to, read a map properly, but no. The rocky headland I thought was the headland. Well, this is kind of the edge of it, which I'm kind of walking around it, and the actual headland of the military base is kind of over there, so that's probably going to be the last time I get lost on this walk. For a trail that didn't exist anymore, the E4 on Cyprus had led me to the sea and the end of an epic 2,500 mile walk from Vienna. The walk had taken me through 5 countries. In Hungary I'd readjusted to life on the trail. I'd entered Romania with preconceptions and worries, and left with memories of a welcoming people. I'd walked through some of the most stunning mountains of the entire journey in Bulgaria. For a long time I was looking forward to finishing the walk, but now at the end of the adventure I could feel the folly of wishing it away, and was glad I'd been too stubborn to quit. When I started in Spain I dipped my feet in the ocean. I'm at the other end of the Mediterranean now, so it's time to do the same again.